Hello everybody and welcome. I'm here to share with you today the projects that I have made as part of the collaboration that I have been doing with Nathalie from LineDotArrow. This is the Final Days of Summer collaboration. Both Nathalie and I worked together on a kit called the Final Days of Summer. I have half of it in my shop. Nathalie has the other half in her Etsy shop. I will have the links down below in case you are interested. But my kit and Nathalie's both have 32 pages and they are split into colour and sepia. So it's a huge kit, and throughout the month of September we also had some challenges running in the LineDotArrow Facebook group. As part of those challenges we also gave away a ton of freebies. So if you would like to get your hands on those freebie pages, then you need to head over to the LineDotArrow Facebook group. I do also have mine in my Kofi shop, so I'll link that down below as well. And if that wasn't enough for you, we had exclusive freebies for the Haystack Crafty Corner Facebook group and Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, because they were also hosting our challenges in their group. So as a way of thanks, they got exclusive freebies. So if you want access to even more freebies, then you need to head over to their Facebook groups and check those out. Again, all links will be down below. I do also want to say a massive thank you to Nathalie. It has been wonderful working with her again. This is the second time that we've done a collaboration kit together, and both times I've just thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you so much, Nathalie, for working with me again. It has been an absolute pleasure. I also want to say a huge thank you to our design team members. I have been trying to keep up in the Facebook groups with all of the posts. I've not done quite as well in the Haystack Crafty Corner or Sweet Pea Papers Facebook groups. So certainly in LineDotArrow, I'm trying to get in there at least once every day to have a look at what everybody's making. And it has been incredible. The design team have done lots and lots of different projects, many of them also taking part in the challenges as well, so that's been really fun seeing what they've created. But there have been some beautiful projects made with these kits, so if you're looking for some inspiration, head over to the LineDotArrow Facebook group and you will not be disappointed. There are just so many different projects that you can take a look at. Even those members that were not on the design team, again, loads and loads of people jumped on board, were taking part in the challenges, and again, lots of fabulous creations and lots of wonderful inspiration in the LineDotArrow Facebook group. I will have the group link down below, so I do hope that you come on over and check out what everybody's up to. Now, before I share my projects, I do also want to apologise. I was hoping to be showing on camera more what I was making. Unfortunately, without boring you with all the details, life kind of happened in September, and yeah, I just did not have the energy, nor was I in the frame of mind to really be crafting. So anytime that I did have the slightest bit of motivation, I was just doing it off camera. So unfortunately, as I say, life happened in September, so I was not able to craft as much as I wanted to, and as I say, I was not really in the right frame of mind to be crafting either a lot of September. So some of the challenges obviously you would have seen, because I did do the challenge video, so you'll recognise some of the pieces, but yeah, I wanted to do a final flip through so you can see exactly my finished piece looks like. Okay, so let's take a little look. I'll just move this. So these are all the different bits that I have been creating. So these two were actually the second week's challenge. So this one I think I made on camera, and this one I made off camera afterwards because I wanted one in a landscape. But these were like a sort of mini photo album. So the base pages were created by Nathalie. Some of the ephemera and the pictures were by me, but it just has lots of little bits inside, and I thought that this would be a nice thing that you can kind of chuck into your bag as you're kind of walking around, if you just want a kind of quick little jot down of what's going on wherever it is that you're visiting. I've got a fold out envelope there, and again, lots of writing space and just a couple of those really gorgeous pictures. So that was the one I think I made on camera. I then made this one off camera because I wanted one in a landscape as well, but it's the same setup. Oh, and I also did the tab binding on these as well, and I did for this one. I really loved that. It works really well, especially for small projects like this. But yeah, essentially it all works in the same way. So I've got a pocket there, which I've forgotten to put something in. Again, a little scrappy notepad. Another pocket there, which I can put some tickets and bits in. Another little flip out envelope. Again, journaling page, and then a little postcard slotted into the corner holders there. But that was my landscape one. So like I said, I made that off camera after I had made this one. So that was the week 2's challenge. And then the main thing that I was making was this. But as I was doing this, I think I explained in one of the challenge videos that I wanted a signature in here and all sorts. But as you can see, it was already getting a little bit bulky. So I decided to make a kind of separate journal. So I just used a paper bag for this one. It's an extremely simple journal. It's not highly decorated because we have a couple of trips planned for next year, 2024. So I wanted something that could be almost a working document. Now I have tons, as I said, my kit was 32 pages, Nathalie's was 32 pages, plus we had all of the freebies on top. So there is so much to work with, and I have easily enough to make possibly 2 more journals left over. And I know lots of people were making more than one journal because some people were doing it in the sepia, some people were then doing it in the colour. So what I have done with this one is I've kept it plain, and I've kept all of like the fussy cuts and the bits and everything. And then I'm thinking as I go on my trips, I can take this with me, and then I will kind of decorate as I go. So this is my paper bag journal. So in the pocket at the front, which would obviously be the opening of the paper bag, I've got my ephemera holder. So this was the week 1 challenge. So it's just a suitcase. These straps came out. I've got my little dangle tag. The outside is in sepia, but then I kind of mixed it up a bit and had some colour on the inside. So I have already started putting some bits in. So I've got some tags and some journaling cards. I've got some bits in these pockets as well, and again in the pocket at the back. And what I'm thinking is, as I say, when I go on my travels, I will just fill this up with any sort of spare ephemera that I have, and then I can just take this with me when I go out on a trip somewhere. Rather than taking obviously everything with me, and then when I come home I can add bits to this one as well. So that's kind of my ephemera holder, and that just slots into that front pocket. And then opening up, let's move that to the side. As I said, it's a very plain journal. I literally just have kit pages in here. I don't have any other papers in here. Lots of the papers are collage, but there are some that have a writing space. If there is a space for writing, rather than chopping the page down, I have just folded it over because I didn't want to lose anything. And obviously I like the pictures and decorations up the sides. So I'll just do a very quick flip through of this one. But this is a mix of obviously the sepia and colour, and both mine and Nathalie's halves of the kits. Oops, missed a page. But yeah, I thought both of our kits worked so well together. We've got nice big journaling cards there, and again journaling space underneath, and some more journaling space. But like I said, this is absolutely plain because even on these busy pages, what I was thinking is, again, I can bring some ephemera with me. I'm also saving up for a mini photo camera. That's my Kofi target. I want to buy a mini photo camera because my Epson printer can print 6x6. Obviously, I'm not going to take my Epson printer on holiday with me. So I wanted a mini camera so I can kind of take it around with me, and then it just prints out smaller photos. I think they're 2x3. So I thought I can stick a photo. I can then kind of have a washi tape so it hinges maybe a tag or a journaling card to talk about what's going on in that photo. So that's why I've left this really plain. But yeah, like I said, the idea is that I can then add to it as I'm going. And like I said, any journaling space I've just folded over the edge because I didn't want to lose anything. Again, I've got journaling on this side. Another big journaling card. I really like these, very pretty. And then, yeah, like I said, everything I think worked really well together. although Nathalie and I have different styles, I think these came together really, really nicely. And I've never made a sepia kit before, so that was quite fun doing that with Nathalie as well. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this collaboration. I really love this page. It's one of Nathalie's. Beautiful. And then that's the back of my journal. So as I said, I had to make a separate journal because it did not fit in this one. So let's move that to the side. Okay, so this was the folio that I was originally making, and I liked the idea that it kind of looked all stacked. It was supposed to look like a kind of stack of travel documents, and I have got bits of sort of strings that you would find on tags and things, and this I made in a video recently. But yeah, so this was originally what I was going to make, and I was going to have my journaling bits in here, but yeah, as you can see, it's already a little bit chunky, so I knew I wasn't going to fit anything else in. The idea of this is, again, I wanted a place where I could just do small bits of journaling. So I am not a journaler, although I love making journals. I'm not a journaler. My life just isn't that interesting to write about, if I'm frank. So I like the idea of having smaller writing spaces. So that's why I quite like this, because as you'll see, they're just either tags or journaling cards. So it's a nice opportunity for maybe a little picture, a little bit of writing, and then we're done. So it is made from file folders. I, again, haven't overly decorated. If I'm honest, I did not want to cover up this page. This is one of Nathalie's. I love the butterfly. I love the ticket. I love the colours of the blue. I just did not want to cover it up. So when you open it up, we've got some maps this side. I've got this little flap here, which has a clear window, and it's got a ticket on each side. Has no other function, just I think looks cool. I've got a pocket down here, so I made this out of an old envelope that I received from a friend in America, because they have interesting envelopes that have all different sort of sized windows, unlike the boring ones we have here in the UK. So yeah, so I've just inked up, and a lot of the tags and journaling cards I did some light stenciling on the back, just with a bit of a pattern, just to give it something else, but it's light enough that I can still obviously write over it. So those go in that front pocket. Then in the side, I've got one of the postcards, and again, like I said, just some light inking, just to kind of give it something on the back, and then that slots in that pocket. I've then got a large tag at the top, so sorry, I'm just going to try and slide it down so you can see. So this is a trifold tag, so this one's in the sepia. I have got another one in here that is in the colour, but again, it is just a light bit of stenciling there at the top, and then that goes in that top pocket. Okay, so that's that big tab at the top, tag at the top. Then when we flip over, I've got a pocket here, and again using that picture of that young lady, and I've just put the corners around, and then on the back again a little bit of stenciling. I then have a kind of scrappy pad here, so again some of the papers, but also just a little bit of writing space. And then that flips over, and then I've got a large pocket on the side here, so again it's got a couple of bits of the ephemera in, some postcards, and again a little bit of stenciling on the back, but that's just a nice big pocket to the side. Then this I made on camera, this was the week 3 challenge, where you had an envelope. It was either an over the page envelope or a flip out, so I have this kind of accordion. So I've got 2 envelopes. This one is a recycled old envelope, and this one's one that's in the kit. So it just kind of pulls out. I've got space here for journaling if I want to. In this envelope here, I've got again the girls and one of the postcards, and that just slots in there. And then you can obviously see the little birdie peeking through there. And then on this one, as I said, this is one of the ones from the kit, and then I've just got a couple of journaling cards in there. I also have another large tag up at the top. Then as you flip over, I've got another little pocket with some more tags and bits in there, and I've just inked around the edges on those. I've then got this flip up here which just kind of hides this pocket, and again this is a recycled envelope where I've got a couple of journaling cards. So I've got this one here of the building, and I've just inked around the edge of that one. That just tucks down at the bottom, and then up at the top again I've used this girl, but this time she's in sepia, and again a little bit of stenciling on the back, and she just slots in there and looks like she's kind of peeking through. Then as we come over, again same, so we've got a nice big pocket to the side. So I've just got a few different bits and pieces in here, so a couple of tags, another this time it's the postcard but in sepia, and that just goes in there. Then I've got another kind of flip out that does have a window, and we've got a flower and then a butterfly on this side. So again, has no other function other than just to look a little bit pretty. Then I used the luggage straps that were from my part of the kit, and it's got a little Velcro dot, and I have scored a few times along the bottom here just so it's a bit more expandable, but this then opens up, and then I've got another kind of scrappy paper pad where I've used pages from the kit as well as some other papers as well. But then that's in there, and then this just kind of helps keep it closed so it doesn't flap about. Again, I've got a large tag, that's a trifold tag, but this time in colour. Then on the next side, again, another little scrappy pad. As I said, I'm not a journaler, so small writing spaces are perfect for me. Another flip up, but this time I've used some of the labels, and I think that's like a book plate thing, isn't it? Up at the top there, and then at the very back we've got another recycled envelope that I've just sort of collaged on, and I've got quite a few things in here. So again, a few more different tags, just done some inking around the edges, and then some larger tags there, again inking on the back. So I actually used the same stencil and just kind of inked on both of them. So we've got those in that very back pocket. Okay, and there's the top of that if you can't see. And then, as I said, just on the tabs, a lot of times I just added bits of string just to again make it look like lots of tags and bits. The back again is just plain. I didn't want to put anything on there because again, if it's going in and out of a bag, I didn't want it kind of rubbing and scraping anything off. Just to help kind of reinforce the spine of it, I have put some fabric on there, and this is the same fabric that I used to again reinforce this spine, and it's the same fabric that I used for the tab binding, so it kind of all ties together. So those are all the bits and pieces that I have made then for my final days of summer collaboration. As I said, this has been so amazing. I love working with Nathalie. It's been a fabulous collaboration. I have thoroughly enjoyed seeing what everybody else has been putting together as well. As I said, I do apologise, I haven't been as active in Haystack Crafty Corner and Sweet Pea Papers, but I have been taking a look at all the projects in the Line.Arrow Facebook group. September, as I say, has just been yeah, a little bit of a nightmare. Life has absolutely got in the way this month, which is really annoying and really frustrating because I was very excited, and I am very excited still about this kit. I really can't wait to take these away on holiday with me when I go on my trips next year. I think this is going to be a great way to record some of my memories, as I say, just saving up for that photo camera. And then, yeah, I think these are going to be great little journals. Well, that's everything from me today. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, I will have all of the links down below if you are looking to perhaps purchase the kit, or if you want access to the freebies, I'll have the Line.Arrow Facebook group as well as Haystack Crafty Corner and Sweet Pea Papers if you want to grab the freebies. My Kofi shop will be down there below as well, because I have my freebies on my Kofi shop. Plus, I will have links to all of the design team members. As I say, if you want to be inspired and see how others have used this kit, there are some fantastic, amazing projects out there. So definitely go and take a look. Again, they will all be linked down below. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful crafty day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.